Today I've got a $25 budget pantry stock up from Dollar Tree. Hey everyone, welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Ginny, and today I've got a $25 budget stock up for your pantry from Dollar Tree. And there was not a whole lot of food there this week. The shelves were pretty picked clean. So I went for more first aid supplies. So I want to make sure I have plenty of those, and I want to keep those stocked up as well as the food. So I keep all of this stuff in my pantry, so we definitely want to make sure all of those things are full. So there's a few canned goods in here, but mostly it is first aid supplies. But let's jump in and see what we got. Okay, the first thing I grabbed was just a bag of cotton balls. Cotton balls are always great for cleaning wounds. You can start fires with them, make fire starter. There's so many things, lots of stuff you can do with cotton balls. You can make little candles and things like that. There's just tons and tons of options for these. So we like to make sure we have a good supply of cotton balls in our pantry. We want to make sure we have all the things we use regularly and some things for emergency purposes as well. The next thing I grabbed was just a pack of 10 little gloves, so make sure we keep our hands clean. If you are cleaning wounds or anything like that, you want to make sure that you are able to stay safe yourself or somebody else if you're the one with the wound and they have to bandage you up. So we want to make sure we've got all of that. And I like those gloves are handy for lots of things as well, not just emergencies. And the next thing I grabbed was some Epsom salt, and we like to get the plain. They have all kinds of scented stuff and things added to it, but we like the plain because we can use it in the tub for those achy sore muscles. We can use it for so many different options in the garden, in cleaning supplies, in lots of things. So Epsom salt is another multi-purpose item we love to keep in the pantry. The next thing I grabbed was, I found another one of these under the bed storage little cloth things. These fit perfect under the couch. So if you are looking to store your first aid supplies, canned goods, anything really. This is a shoe one, so it's got a bunch of 6 different compartments in it, but you can fill this up with all your first aid stuff. Fits right under the couch, out of sight, out of mind. I love that kind of stuff. So it's not out in the open. No one knows you have a good supply of anything, but you've got it nice and organized, and it helps keep the dust off. And if you have dogs, whew, that hair is crazy this time of year. So the next thing I grabbed was just a pack of these Yardley wipes. I really love these because they're huge. We like to keep them in all kinds of emergency bags, in the car, in the glove box, all over the place. We want to make sure we're able to keep ourselves clean. These are great in the car because you know, the kids want to eat and stuff like that, or if you have to eat while you're out, you can get cleaned up afterwards. I love that. And these are huge, so when you got to wash your whole body with it, they are perfect for that. The next thing I grabbed was a hot and cold pack, so this can go in the freezer, or you can heat it up or chill it down, whatever you need. But these are wonderful to have in your emergency supplies when you have those bumps and bruises and things like that. Those are wonderful just to help with the swelling and all that stuff. And the next thing I grabbed was just a pack of Gauze Pads. I like to make sure all of our first aid supplies are full, all that kind of stuff, bandages, things like that. We want to have all of it. And I also grabbed some flexible fabric bandages. We love those. Super handy to have. And we go through tons of Band-Aids because I am really clumsy and I'm always hurting myself. And the kids too. Runs in the family, I guess. And then Absorbine Plus patches. I absolutely love these for those pulled muscles. Beginning of the year, you're digging in that garden. It's sore, definitely. There's lots of different situations where you may need a little bit of pain relief. We love these for the emergency bags because they are so lightweight and thin. It's like a piece of paper. It slips right in there. And you can put these all over the place. Again, we just really think those are wonderful for your emergencies. And any time of year, you pull a muscle, you need some relief. The next thing I grabbed is some liquid skin. We really love having this. I keep it in the emergency bags, in my purse, all over the place because, you know, cuts, scrapes, all those things. Just to help keep it clean afterwards, you want to make sure you're not getting infection. In an emergency situation, you definitely want to pay attention to those things because you may not be able to get to the hospital. I also grabbed one of these little ace bandage things so you can wrap things up, gashes, cuts, sprains, anything like that. They can be handy in lots of different situations. So we like to keep those on hand as well. And then they had in some alcohol prep pads, and I think these are great for your first aid kits and things like that. Make sure that you're getting everything nice and clean. If you got to clean scissors or anything like that, these work also super good. We always like to wipe down scissors or tweezers, make sure they're clean. These are super handy for that. I also grabbed some of the soft tape. We love to have the tape with the gauze. You want to have all the pieces to all the different things that you may want to do. When those gauze pads don't stick on their own, so you can use either your little ace bandage or some tape or whatever you have at the moment. And then, of course, I had to get some matches. We want to make sure we are keeping everything full. Yes, I have a good collection, maybe. But we want to make sure we have plenty of everything. When anything I start to notice it's coming down, I want to get that back on my list and get that back in stock in my pantry so I know when something happens, I have what I need. I also grabbed a small bottle of witch hazel because we like to make, you know, facial toners, cleaners, things like that. This is great. I use it in my bug spray. We really like witch hazel. It is not quite so drying, I don't think, as rubbing alcohol. So you can use it in place of that in a lot of things. And then I also grabbed another spray bottle of peroxide. These are one of my favorites. I normally buy the big bottles of peroxide, but these little spray bottles help save a ton. Keeping these in your first aid supplies and stuff, it's just a quick spray. It's not running all over the place. You're not dumping it and wasting it in a rag. It's not, I mean, with the big bottle, we've got it everywhere, running down your legs and arms. I really love these for saving on your peroxide, and it gets it right where you want it without a big, huge mess. And we did get a couple of food items, but not too many. There really wasn't a whole lot of stuff that we wanted in there. Lots of holes. So the next thing we grabbed was just a couple cans of crushed tomatoes. I really love these, and I grab them whenever I see them because they are such a great deal. These can run $3, $4 in your other stores for the organic Muir Glen, and I really like their products. So whenever I see those there, I snag them up. And the last thing that I grabbed was just a couple extra cans of diced tomatoes. These have the green chilies in them. It's kind of like a Rotel. Not exactly the same, but pretty close, and they are delicious, and it's a bigger can for the same price. They did have the Rotel there, but I usually get these instead because it's a little bit more for that same price. And that's it for my $25 budget pantry stock up for the Dollar Tree. I think we did fairly well. Not super great, but $1.25 is still really good. And all of these items were $1.25 at our Dollar Tree. The prices, we are seeing some shifts up, so make sure you're grabbing what you need before those prices jump. Some stores are jumping up faster than others, but we want to make sure we're prepared for whatever's coming our way. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you next time. Bye.